So I have use case 1 here by masking or pricing information based on material groups. So we are going to see how different material pricing information is masked in the SAP system based on the material groups that the users have been assigned to. So in this scenario, I have taken the example of a purchase order that contains these materials that you see in the description here, and they have different material groups in the material master. Right. So the demo user 1 and 2 are going to be accessing the same purchase order, and you can see how the pricing information is different when they try to access the system. So just to bring up the same point here, so demo user 1 has material groups brakes, forks, seal, and wheel, and the frame assigned to him, while demo user 2 only has the material group Z wheel assigned to him. Right. So now let me quickly jump into the system and try to access user 1. So I'm here, logging into the SAP system as demo user 1, and I'm going to be getting into the transaction ME23N. Yeah. So when I get into the transaction, so I have the transaction purchase order from my earlier access. So here you can see that some of the materials here have the quantity and the price marked as 0. Right? So this is the effect of the NextLabs policy that is in place, which says you only get to access material price and quantity information of a purchase order for which material groups you are assigned to. Right? So this is for demo user 1. So let's try to open the same purchase order for the user demo user 2. Right? So I have demo user 2 here. And let me go to ME23N. So when demo user 2 is trying to access the same material information here, you can see here at the top that he is allowed to see only the material wheels, which is of the material group wheel, and which is in technically it's Z wheels in the table. So you can see that here he is able to see only the material R10005, for which he is allowed to have access to the pricing and quantity information in the purchase order. Now, how do we achieve this, or how do we bring up this masking solution with the NextLabs? So I'm going to be jumping to the control center. So this is the policy authoring tool, which is part of the NextLabs control center platform. So if you see here, I'm going to be navigating to the policies here, and let me just open the policy here. Okay, so I have the mask pricing information for users based on the material groups policy for this use case, right? So in this solution, so I have here the policy which says allow only purchasing department users to access to select data from the table here EKPO, and the mask fields are a net price and the quantity, and the mask symbol is 0. So you can have your asterisk symbol, or you can have a number like 999. It's up to customers to decide what they want to do. And if you see here in masking condition, I say material group not in the user's material group. So this is a very simple policy which basically will evaluate the material group of the material to the material groups that is assigned to the user, so that the user can access only those material groups or the material to which he has been assigned to. So this is the first policy that helps us to achieve the masking of pricing information between the same purchase orders for different materials in the SAP ERP system.